Okay, Mr. Naval Gun, who is going to tell us about his program called MindFit, which we have launched in India last week.
Good morning, CK. Good morning, everybody. A bright, sunny-ish Friday. The sun's up there somewhere, but it's a bit cloudy. It's hidden behind the clouds. Today, I thought we would talk about a very simple subject that is very dear to your heart and my heart, and dear to any manager's heart who's got a few people working with them, and that's the subject of teamwork. So, CK, you are my guinea pig or radish, whichever way you want to call it, for the day. Um, Teamwork. What do you understand about teamwork? What makes a team work?
Well, the team has to work towards one goal, which is a team goal, and all members of the team must achieve that goal, the collective goal. And to achieve that collective goal, they have to have individual goals defined, and they must, for the sake of success of the team, they must achieve their individual goals.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's about literally working together on a common goal. And in business, that's easy to do. So we set the common goal and teamwork happens, doesn't it?
Ideally, it should, it must work like that. Yes, why not?
It should and it must, yes. But the problem is, how many times does it happen? And the likelihood is not very many times because several reasons. Let me ask you another very simple question. Because all of these skills that we're talking about, we must have learnt them somewhere. So we've spoken about communication. Well, we must have learnt that at school, how to communicate better, how to work under pressure. Again, we must have learned that over school. You know, we had 14, 15 years at school, maybe 2, 3, 4 years at university. So we must have been able to work under pressure. Teamwork. We must have done that at school as well. So, did you ever sit a team exam at school?
No, never. There was never a team exam, but there were some workshops which will inculcate the team, sort of team building workshops.
I mean, you were lucky you had workshops, which is great. Okay. But you never sat a team exam. Don't you find that when teamwork is so important in business life, even in family life, actually, because we need to work as a team at home, and going out with your mates, you need to work as a team, but we don't actually work as a team and have a team exam. I actually find that quite fascinating, actually. Maybe people listening will think he's off his rocker. He's talking nonsense here. But the point is, teamwork is so important because without it, all you end up is getting people in the office, at work, on the shop floor, who are just doing as they're told. There's no interest, there's no engagement, they're just going through the motions. That isn't teamwork to me. That's a dictatorship. And we all know what happens to dictatorships. You know, people bully other people. That isn't teamwork either. So let's look at the components of teamwork. What makes a good team? So we're going to go back and forward here. What word comes to mind making a good team? What do you need to have to be a good team player?
It's a very difficult question, Neville. I think one of the key attribute is a good listener, maybe.
Good listener, absolutely. I'm so pleased you didn't say a good communicator because I would have then said, okay, give me an example of communication. Listening is a great example of communication. We need to listen. But of course, we need to listen not to respond, but we need to listen to think because that's the whole point of listening, isn't it? Not to just give people an immediate answer, but to think about what the person's saying. So, all of your team players that are coming up with perhaps new ideas, and you think immediately those